Okay, so we're going to do a sequence of poses that help to ease head, neck, and shoulder tension. So just get yourself on your mat, get your bolster handy, have your blocks underneath your feet if you've got them, or just put some cushions underneath your feet, and then a blanket, a folded blanket underneath your head. Some more windows open, so if it starts getting noisy outside, then I'll close it. Otherwise, it's quite nice to have a bit of sounds of the birds and things like that. Just lay yourself down along your mat, bolster underneath your knees, the blocks underneath your feet, and the blanket just supporting the back of your neck and your head. So you might have to just shuffle about a few times just to make sure that you feel like you're in a position that is A, supported, and B, comfortable. Pick up the back of your head, the back of your neck, and then lengthen the back of your neck away from the shoulders so that the head comes back down onto the floor and the back of the neck feels long and soft. Remember, this is a practice of relaxation rather than effort. So the aim is to let go of the stresses and strains of the day and to just give yourself this short time to recuperate, to rejuvenate, and to relax. I often think that to relax is a luxury. Actually, to relax is an essential part of our day. Just to give ourselves a short time of the day to regenerate our energy, to restore our body and our energy. Observe where your body makes contact with the floor. Feel the skin connecting to the floor, into the mat, to the blanket and the bolster and the blocks. Take a deep inhalation, filling the lungs completely from the bottom to the top, and then release into the floor with the exhalation. And again, a deep inhalation, breathing from the bottom of the lungs to the top of the lungs. And then completely letting go with the out breath. If there are any areas of discomfort, then direct your out breath into that region and then allow your out breath to release tension. Drawing the in breath into the region of discomfort or tension and releasing with the out breath. Letting go of tension, allowing the body to release into the floor with the exhalation. Push your out breath into your left leg, allowing the leg to soften and release. From the hip to the heels to the toes, the hip to the heel to the toes. Push the out breath into the left leg to bring a sense of quietness and release. Draw the out breath into the right leg. Again, letting go of tension with each out breath, pushing the out breath into the leg. From the hip to the heel to the toes. Push your out breath into your left arm, from the shoulder to the wrist, palm to the fingers. Drawing the in-breath into the lungs and then pushing the out-breath into that left arm. And then push your out-breath into the right arm, from the shoulder into the wrist, into the palm of the hand, into the fingertips. Taking a deep inhalation and then pushing the out breath into the torso, from the top of the body, from the top of the rib cage down to the bottom of the abdomen. Just releasing a little more with each exhalation. And then draw the out breath into the head, so that you soften the skin around the skull, soften the hair, soften the jaw and the tongue. Just using this opportunity to just completely let go, to completely relax, to allow yourself permission to relax. Okay, when you're ready to gently disturb yourself, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers. Just bend your knees, rest your feet on your bolster, knees together. And then just roll over onto your side and sit yourself up. So we're going to do a simple supported back bend. So get your unfold your blanket so it's this kind of quarter fold, and then roll it up a little bit. So you've got support for your head, but you've also got this little support for your neck. You might have to come in and out of this a couple of times to get the exact support right. So remember that you can come in and out of these poses. Then you're going to come down onto your back, just having your neck supported by the rolled up blanket. Remember, it might feel a little bit high, and then you're just going to lift the seat bones up and then place the bolster underneath your just your lower back, your sacrum area, and the lumbar, and then let the feet just rest on the floor, knees bent, and then your arms just stretch out at shoulder height. Remember, there's no benefits to styling out. If it's not comfortable, then come out of the pose and adjust so that it is comfortable. So this is just a way of inverting the body gently, but it's also a good way of softening your neck. Just let the body be soft. Just release into the floor. Remember, as we progress into practice, I'll speak less and less just to give you an opportunity to relax rather than to listen. Remember, there should be no discomfort. And you're ready, just walk your feet a little closer to your seat bones, pick up the seat bones off the bolster, and then roll the bolster down away from your seat bone, so it's just underneath your knees. And then roll onto your side and just sit yourself up. So we can do a supported spinal twist. So you'll need a blanket, or if you've got like a bolster or like a little cushion, you can put it between your knees. I'll show you what we can do first. So you're going to come onto the floor, just have the blanket supporting your head as normal, and then you put your bolster, your cushion, or another bolster on between your knees. Let your arms roll out to the side, and then just let the knees hold onto the blanket or the bolster, and then bring your head over to the right side. So your legs are going over to the left side, and your arms are going over, sorry, not to your right side, to the same side as your knees are in. If you want to give your neck a little bit more of a stretch, then you can stretch your head over the right side. So just get yourself on the floor, have your feet together, just hold a blanket or a cushion between your knees. Let the knees roll over to the side, and then have the arms out in line with your shoulders, and then just have your head pointing in the same direction as your knees. But if you want to just give your back a little bit, your neck a little bit more of a stretch, then you can roll it over to the other side. So if the knees are pointing to the left, the head could point over to the right side. Remember, whichever pose or version of the pose that you choose, it should be comfortable. So it's nice to alternate the position of your neck, of your head. Just roll onto one side, then the other. Okay, gently bring your knees into the center. Just hold the cushion between your knees again. And then gently roll your knees over to the other side. And then keep your head looking in the same direction as your knees, but you can alternate it as you stay. Just breathing evenly, deeply listening to the sound of your breath. Just remember, it can be nice to swap the position of your head, keep the knees where they are, just holding onto the blanket or the cushion. Then bring your head back to the center. Bring your knees back to the center. Just move the blanket or the cushion and keep your arms outstretched. Just stay on the floor with your knees together and your feet apart. So that pose gives you a stretch of the lower spine, but also gentle massaging action of the shoulders and the neck. And then gently roll onto your right side and then sit yourself up. So get your blanket again, kind of unfold it so that you've got this long blanket. And then you're going to roll it up again, not too big, but just roll it up so you've got a little bit of cushioning. Then you're going to use your bolster. What have I done with your bolster? It's there. And you're going to support the bolster with a couple of extra bricks. So you can just lay the bricks like this. If you haven't got bricks, you can just use extra cushions. So you're just going to kneel on the bolster, on the blanket, with the feet kind of support the tops of the shins, support the bottom of the shin, supported by the blanket, by the rolled up blanket. And then you've got the blocks, and then you've got your bolster. Now this might feel a little wobbly, so you might want a couple of extra blocks, or you can just use it with cushions. So it's a supported child's pose with a ramped bolster, and then just you stretch yourself along the bolster, let the elbows just hang down to the floor. Rest your head on one side, but we're going to alternate the position of the head a few times. Again, just a nice, gentle releasing action in your neck. So if your elbows are reaching the floor, then bring the elbows a little bit wider apart so that you're giving yourself space in your shoulders. If your elbows don't reach the floor, then all the better. Just let them hang there. Resting your head on one side. And again, just allowing yourself to really gently release into the bolster. So a version of supported child's pose. Just swap the position of your head, resting your head on the other side of your face, just to give your neck just a gentle stretch. Just alternating the position of your head every now and then. Don't wait for me to tell you, just do it whenever it feels good. Just one more time, just swap the position of your head. And then push your hands into the floor underneath your shoulders, and then bring yourself up into a seated position. Just move your bolster out of the way, move your blocks, and just come up off your blanket. Just fold your blanket as if it's a kind of a pillow kind of shape. Then you're going to need a block for your head, or just something to support your head, and the folded blanket, and then the bolster. And if you've got something like a couple of extra cushions to put underneath your shins, then all the better. So we can do the surfboard pose. So your shins are supported by the bolster, your pelvis sits on the bolster, and then your head has to come off the end. So it really depends on how long your body is. So the thing that you don't want is for your chin to be trapped by the end of your bolster. So you might have to just shuffle along a little bit so that your chin is free of the end of the bolster. Then support your head with the folded blanket and the block. So you need something a little higher than, or the same kind of height as your bolster. And then rest your arms on the floor, elbows slightly above your shoulders, hands facing down. Your elbows wide enough apart so that you're not supporting your body with your elbows. And then just rest your forehead down, close your eyes. Again, this position helps to release shoulder and neck tensions. As ever, if find that this is not comfortable, then adjust your position so that it is comfortable. So if laying on your front isn't comfortable, then go into the supported relaxation pose we did at the beginning of the session, laying on your back with the folded blanket underneath your head, the bolster underneath your knees, and blocks underneath your feet, facing upwards, chest up towards the ceiling, back on the floor. So that's if this is not comfortable for you. Remember, there's very little benefit in riding out a pose if it's uncomfortable. Ensure that you are comfortable within the pose. Adjust until you are. Push your out breath into the back of your neck. So the supported surfboard pose. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, push yourself up into a seated position, and then just take your block from underneath your bolster, just have a little pillow for your head, and then just for the last couple of minutes go back into our supported, our basic relaxation pose, bolster underneath your knees, blocks for your feet, and then just blanket underneath your head, and then just allow yourself to release into the floor. Perhaps you can feel how there's a little give in the shoulders and in the neck, how there's Release of tension in the head. Just use this pose to re-ground yourself. Just listening to the sound of your breath. Bring your attention to your heart. Take a few easy breaths. Keeping your awareness on yourself. Repeat silently to yourself 3 times. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free. Visualize someone you love very much. Hold this person's face in your mind and offer them the same good fortune. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free. Now picture someone that you don't know as intimately, perhaps a neighbor or a co-worker. Offer them the same intention that you easily gave to your loved one. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free. Visualize yourself as a beacon of light, bestowing your blessings on all beings. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free. Bask in the feeling of connection and joy that comes from offering the love in your own heart to all others. And when you're ready, just gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just bring yourself back into this pose of relaxation. Bend your knees, have your feet supported on the bolster for a moment. And then roll yourself over onto your right side. And then sit yourself up. Just come back into a cross-legged position. Your hands in Namaste, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your gentle practice this evening, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to seek to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you've eased out any tension in your shoulders and your neck and in your head, and you've given yourself lots of good energy for the rest of your evening. So thank you very much.